become the world's largest yeshiva. We're all going to yeshiva, people that wouldn't set foot in a shul, wouldn't set foot in a Torah class, but here they are, and they're coming together to study Torah. Millions and millions of Jews around the world coming together as one. So I just want to say, it looks like Warren is trying to say something. Warren, are you trying to say something? No, not? Okay. So I just want to say thank you to you, Reb Manis, for taking the time.
Let me share a story with you.
Oh, okay.
I was invited to speak in Mexico. They picked me up at the airport, and we have a long, torturous drive into town. The traffic is unbelievable. And during the drive, the guy says to me, we're taking you straight to the hotel room so you can rest up. But waiting for you at the hotel is a young couple who just lost their child, and they're very distraught and very depressed, and they quit on everything and dropped out of everything, and they need to talk to you. Not a pleasant prospect, right? Anyway, to make a long story short, I meet with this couple, the most delightful people. And they tell me the story, a 6-year-old little girl died from an aneurysm, like within minutes. And they weren't home when it happened. The parents were not home. He used to put on tefillin every day. He used to keep Shabbos. They were a practicing traditional family. They gave it all up. They're angry at God. They can't understand why he would do this to them, et cetera, et cetera. Then they show me a picture of their little girl. I mean, if you've ever seen a living angel, it was really, really painful. They had already spoken to every rabbi. They didn't want to hear anymore. They weren't open to anything anymore. They didn't want to be comforted. They were done. So I had to say something different to open up the conversation, at least. So I asked the father, has your daughter visited you yet? He said, ooh, nobody asked me that. I said, has she visited you? He says, twice. I said, and what did she tell you? He says, she didn't say anything. She just showed up smiling as if she's letting me know that she's okay. So I said, she did that twice. Why? Twice she needs to let you know she's okay. I said, you know what she's really trying to tell you? She's trying to tell you that she's happy and you're ruining it for her because she feels really guilty that she is making you miserable. Why are you doing that to your daughter? Stop. Be a good father. Don't do that to her. His eyes opened up and he said, okay, should I put on the tefillin now or wait till I get home? You see, what happened that really destroyed them is not the grief. It's that they stopped being her parents. They became grievers. They forgot this is her daughter. This is his daughter. What are you doing to her? So she comes to you and says, you know, I'm trying to be happy here. You're not helping. I'm making you miserable. You don't stop being a father. You don't stop being a mother. Like you said, your father was a good man. In other words, he's still your father. He didn't become some angel. He's your father. And he's sitting somewhere, wherever it is. That means he's not your father? He's still your father. He still depends on you to give him nachas, which is the only thing he ever wanted anyway. And he still wants it. And your child is still your child. And you're still the mother. Well, wake up in the morning and ask yourself, what does a mother do for a child? And do it. If you stop being a mother, then you're not grieving. You're just fading away. So don't become a griever. Maintain your relationship.
Wow, thank you. Wow.
Wow, that's definitely
Wow.
something to take us to the next level. Corey, how do you feel about that?
Wow. Wow. Although Michael has not come to me, but I have been told in the past that if you're grieving, if you keep grieving and crying, he's going to feel bad and feel guilty about your tears and your grieving. And it doesn't allow him to move on. So
you see this? You see that nothing changes when they die. Little girls express themselves better than little boys. It's the same thing.
That's true.
Amazing. It's like, that's exactly what he would do. That's what he would do if he was alive.
Already? You know, it's like, why doesn't he come to me already? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Go ahead.
Maybe if somebody doesn't come to you, maybe you're not ready to receive it. It could be too much. I don't know. Rabbi, what do you think?
It's pretty common.
Yeah.
Not every day, but it is common that the soul wants to communicate with the closest family members, but they can't get it directly. So they go to a friend and ask the friend to give the message. And
actually, he goes to my daughter.
There
he goes
you
to
go.
my sister.
Right.
That's exactly what he would do when he was alive.
That's exactly.
Nothing changes.
I had an interesting experience after my mother died. I felt as if, and it was like just when I was lying in bed, I felt as if my mother was trying to get into my body. And my mother was a warrior. And I didn't want to be a warrior. And so when she attempted, and physically I felt it, I just like sat up and I said, this is not something I really want. I love you. You were a wonderful mother, but I don't want your worrying. And it went away. And after that, I never really was a worrier again. It was very interesting.
How soon after she passed away?
I don't, it was 25 years ago. Shortly after she passed away, within a month, I would say it was in the first month that she passed away.
So that's before she even left.
Yeah.
She hadn't completely left.
No, I know. Doesn't it take, is it 30 days?
At least 30 days, up to a year.
Right. I've had many, many interesting experiences with my dad who passed away. He died, my mother died first, my dad died second, which we were surprised, but that's the way it happened. And after she died, I said, Dad, you have to tell me, because I always felt the connection. I knew that you don't die. I know your soul will die. I just knew it. I didn't have to study it. It was just part of me, part of a memory from before or whatever. And he did send me many, many, many messages. And it was incredible. And it makes me, not look forward to somebody dying, but not fearful, very accepting of death as just another form that the soul goes somewhere else. And it helps me a lot. And this was wonderful. You were just absolutely incredibly awesome. And I have one question, and I don't want to take up, if anybody has something else to say, I don't want to take up the time. I know it's late. It's hard to grasp how easy it is to do a little mitzvah and to have such impact. The hardest thing that I find is not to keep working and doing, to step back, like let go and let God create whatever it is he's going to create. And that's a very difficult thing for me to do. And I don't know if anybody else has that hard time.
But you said you stopped worrying.
I did stop worrying. I did stop worrying.
So you got better at it.
Oh, yeah.
Letting God.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Good.
definitely. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I think that we came across some beautiful ideas here tonight. Really challenging our perception of common day experiences. You know, as a society, as a community, we've really been shaken, and we're very fortunate here in Palm Beach Gardens, Baruch Hashem, to really have been pretty safe from the virus for the most part. But our world has certainly been shaken, and we've come to all face our mortality in a far more urgent sense than we would have liked to have these ideas in this presentation about life and death, and about the important things in life, and the importance of the little things in life is really a beautiful way to put things into perspective and help us emerge from this quarantine stronger, better rounded, more focused individuals, more conscious individuals that are able to live lives that are more meaningful. So I want to thank you so very, very much, Rabbanis. It was really very special having you here. As soon as we realized we had the opportunity to bring you virtually, we seized the opportunity. It took a while to book you, but I'm glad that we were able to do this. And I thank you very, very, very much for your time. If you could just give us a closing comment before we let you go, please.
I just hope that we don't fall back into those comfortable old habits.
I was thinking the same thing.
We're entering a much improved world, and we have to appreciate that and not go back to the old habits. The new world deserves better. So buckle up and watch the world cleanse itself. It's an amazing thing. But it could be confusing, it could be scary if you don't keep your eye on the goal. We're getting better.
We're getting better, and we're coming close to Mashiach.
That's
A little
it.
concerning the way you said that the bad is going to be more scary than we ever envisioned on the news. But God willing, as long as we keep our eye on the goal, Mashiach is coming. The bad, the evil is coming out of the closet. It's going to lose its entire identity, which is really but a shadow, like we learned this morning in Tanya. And God willing, the purpose of it all, the ultimate, is the coming of Mashiach, is when the light will shine throughout, when the darkness will dissipate, and we'll all be able to experience the fulfillment of our truest potential, as you said earlier. I want to thank you very, very much, Rabbanis. I want to just say to everybody that our next week's presentation is going to be taking place on Chabad.org with scholars in residence are going to be Chana and myself, as we're doing a presentation for Chabad.org with Chana Weisberg. We interviewed Chana Weisberg.
Turning the tables.
She's turning the tables on us. That's taking place Monday night, 8 p.m. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be after Yantiv, after Shavuos, on Chabad.org. Not our regular chat, but it's a whole different forum. And with that, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow we're having a very special presentation, also Chana and myself. It's taking place at 2:45 p.m. tomorrow on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. The world's greatest yeshiva is where Chana and I will be talking about unorthodox and the myths and misconceptions of observant Jewish life as portrayed on the big screen. It's tomorrow at 2:45 p.m. Facebook Live and YouTube Live. The link is all in the email. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Over and out. Laila Tov.
It was a pleasure. Chag
Thank
Sameach.
you.